Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? I said to you, I'm going to talk about control, but let's first focus on, is there anything that you need to let go of from yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, sexually? Is there anything that you need to clean up from yesterday that you're carrying over today? If so, it's important that you clean that up right away and get your head right so you can have a loving, beautiful, incredible day today. I'm going to go over the list of sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, controlling everyone around you but yourself, distractions everywhere, then you do nothing but have excuses, gambling, working out, food addiction, binge TV, podcasts, news, caffeine, shopping, surgeries, pain, being in a relationship with a man or a woman and abusing each other mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, sexually, or verbally, and whatever it is you need to add to the list. Okay, today I'm going to talk about our thinking and how much our thinking can destroy, paralyze, cripple our body, stop us from cleaning up our life, cleaning up our addictions, cleaning up whatever it is that we need to do. It all starts from our thinking. That's why I wanted to do this podcast daily, because we need to retreat daily. We need to rethink. We need to re-event what we want to see happen in our lives. And every day we're changing. So our thinking can either make or break us. They cause diseases in our bodies. I know for my own self, I've learned through Louise Hay years ago. She was a huge teacher of mine. I'm certified and trained with her. I went to California for 10 days and met people from all over the world, and we all learned how to heal our body through our thinking, the self-destruct, the self-hatred, the self-abuse, what we were putting in our bodies, what we were putting in our minds, was really creating disease, cancer. Louise Hay cured herself of cancer by changing her thinking. And I have a friend that had stomach cancer. She could not forgive her husband. The importance of forgiving and carrying those resentments will kill us, destroy us. And she ended up getting cancer. And she realized she could no longer fight anymore. She actually got herself a one-bedroom apartment. So when she'd get angry and couldn't calm down, she'd go to the one-bedroom apartment because she knew it was the reason why it created cancer in her body. And the diseases go on. I had another woman that had cancer. She didn't know how to say F you to her husband. She was subservient to him. She didn't know how to say no. And I taught her how to say F you and no and stop being subservient to her husband. And she started to heal. Again, it's about us getting uncomfortable, doing things that we're not comfortable doing until it's a way of life. Like when you have a job and your self-worth and you're charging a price when you know you should be charging more. At first, it's hard to say that amount. I remember doing it with my job, with the in-home training. I went from $25 an hour to $50 an hour. Now it's $100 an hour. Again, it's your value, how you value yourself and your thinking and your self-worth. But that's a process of working on yourself and feeling comfortable. When you're learning new words and saying them out loud and feeling comfortable saying those words, it's not, again, it's things that we were taught. When my father grew up, he spoke broken English, so I had to relearn how to speak and communicate because I do a lot of group speaking. So I started to do verbal advantage and started to learn new words to bring me more confidence. I would know the answer, but I didn't know how to say it in a perfect manner. And this is what I did with my life. Again, it's uncomfortable at first. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to learn to look people in the eye and say, say, no, this is the amount, and get comfortable with that. That comes with self-worth. That comes with valuing yourself. But if you're abusing yourself with all these addictions and shoving food and drugs and alcohol in your mouth, you're never going to grow. You're never going to learn. You're never going to change, because your self-worth is always going to be in the gutter. That's what I mean about changing your thinking, changing your thoughts, and changing your actions until they start to be a way of life. It's profound, and it's the greatest gift you can give yourself. You can escape the prison of your thinking that every one of us has in our heads. And the freer we become, and our partners and our children and the people that know us aren't going to like it, and that's okay. I have to tell you where I've gone full circle. Doing this podcast is huge for me. I had some limitations about doing this, like what would people think, or make statements. But I'm used to that all my life. I'm used to people beating me down because I've always been a leader. I've always been a take charge kind of person. But I still had my little inner insecurities that I needed to overcome. By doing this podcast, I've never done social media. I've never done Facebook. My kids, I fought the computer for everything, down to my real estate. I had to learn to take pictures and start advertising on the computer. All the things I fought, I'm learning to absolutely love. So today I am really reaching out and being able to teach people what I have learned. And it's such a gift. And this podcast is inspiring me so much. My son's like, Mom, you really are enjoying this. It has stamped my conviction and my self-worth and what I teach and what I've learned to a level of no return. It's like when you sponsor somebody in a program, and when you're sponsoring, helping somebody else, their truth and what you're teaching becomes stronger and stronger inside of you. So that's the importance of giving service, reaching out, being philanthropic in your life with your average everyday work. Okay, remember, let's talk about balance. Not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. The goal for all of us, life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long until it's as natural as going to the bathroom, or else you get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have worth. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part with no exceptions. The answers lie inside of you. Hey, you little smooth talkers out there, your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful saying on spirituality from Michael Singer. Okay, spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The prerequisite to true freedom is to decide that you do not want to suffer anymore. You must decide that you want to enjoy your life and that there's no reason for stress, inner pain, or fear. It is a decision from your head to your heart. Okay, I'm now going to read a part of my book, in Life in Harmony. It is page 19. Oh, excuse me. Okay, page 19. All right, chapter 4, page 19. See people around you as if they are like you, no better or worse. We all have a particular purpose in our lives. We all want and need love and acceptance. At one time or another, we all tend to feel we are better or worse than other people. The truth is, we are all here for different purposes, but we have the same needs, love and acceptance. In order to receive this, we have to give it. It starts with how we truly love and accept ourselves as individuals. We need love or we will simply die inside. Accepting love is a major part of becoming the person we were intended to be. In the beginning of my recovery, I had to make believe until I truly loved and accepted myself. Even though I had experienced love as a child, as I got older, my self-image began to change. I lacked self-confidence and did not feel worthy of love. The process that brought me from where I was to where I am today was very strenuous. I had to continue to create a picture in my mind of my goal and strive daily to accomplish it. Raising two teenagers who were struggling for their own identities did not help matters. Some days were easier than others. Nevertheless, I have come a very long way. Again, like I was talking about earlier about our thinking, well, learning how to love ourselves. That's why I did a lot of affirmations, and Louise L. Hay was really big on affirmations. And when we would say a thought of hating ourselves, we had to do an affirmation about loving ourselves and telling us how we are worthy, loving, caring, beautiful, self-deserving. And these were things I had to keep saying out loud until they became a way of life, because when we are all in an abusive relationship, or the abuse we saw growing up, there's all different forms of abuse that we saw. There's mental, there's physical, there's spiritual, there's financial, there's sexual, there's verbal. There's all kinds of abuse, and we all experienced it in one form or another. None of us are exempt from it. And we carry that messaging that we learned from generation to generation to generation to generation. And this comes with all cultures, all of us, who, whatever color we are, none of us are exempt. We all deal with all this pain and inhumanness, each on different levels. If we all were in a room together, we could all share our stories, and they will all equal out in different ways. I know we all want to believe we're something different, but we're not, and we're only special to ourselves. And the reality is, it's up to us to change that thinking. I remember they said that women can be abused over and over and over again in a relationship, but when they touch the children, they get completely out of the relationship. When you touch their cubs, when you touch their child, the love of a mother is so undescribable that there are things that only women can do. There's a beautiful movie that just came out, Cabellini, and this powerful woman, it just came out, and she did things that no man could ever do. And the mayor of the town said, it was based on a true story. He said, "I wish you were a man." She goes, "Hell no, no man could ever love and have this kind of compassion and do what I do. Only a woman could do this." And that's the truth. No man could ever understand the love of a mother, of our child, of bearing them in us for 9 months, in that bonding. It's humanly impossible, and that's the beautiful gift. But we love and need you strong men, and how you balance us out in the beauty of your strength. I see it with my husband and his strength, and how he cares for me and loves me and makes me feel safe. I don't want to be a man. I love being a woman, and he loves being a man, and I love how we both together complement one another. And so again, he helped me with my thinking. I helped him with his thinking. He had a lot of anger from his past. He had a lot of things that he was beaten up with, and so did I. So we each taught each other. I remember when we got married, I said, when something comes up, I'm going to stop you like a dog and correct you. And that is the only way we could stop our behavior, is when we're doing it. We have to stop it right there and say, stop, I'm not going to do this anymore, or else we can't change. So again, it's a process. You find yourself throughout the days talking negatively to yourself. Stop it, slam it, smash it, crush it. and repeat it with something so beautiful. Look in that mirror. Tell yourself how magnificent and incredible you are, and that you just keep getting better and better and better, and no one is ever going to speak to you with negativity or put you down. And if they do, you walk away and you crush them in your head, and you will not support that behavior ever again, where before you used to take like it was normal. Well, that's not normal. I just met a guy yesterday that was looking for an apartment. His wife, the woman he was supposed to marry, is starting to swing at him. He's getting out now. He's going to get some help, get cleaned up, and if the two of them can clean up in a year from now, they'll get married. But in the meantime, he's nipping it in now. He knows it's going to progressively get worse. And again, a lot of that has to do with the alcohol and the self-abuse. That's what it will do for you. And I'm very proud of him. So again, we all have our work cut out to do for us. It's not about this crazy world around us. It's the world we create. It's the world we make. It's the world that we can take charge of. That's the only thing we could do by taking care of the world. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read here a little bit of our, I will read the checkoff list. Okay. All right, I'm going to read the checkoff list. Okay, I'm going to do something today that is different. Remember, I told you, you do one thing at a time on the checkoff list. Well, today I'm going to do, for me, for 30 days, I want to cut back on some carbs. And food addiction is so powerful. I've come a long way with it. And my first year when Joe was away, I got into the sugar and the white flour for 1 year. And I knew I was healing when I wanted food again. So I started to eat healthy food again. I eat 3 meals a day and nothing in between. Abuse is when you're using the food and you're shoving it in your mouth when you're not hungry. That's called food abuse, and it's a chemical. And you could get just as stoned as drugs and alcohol. But we got to watch the carbs. The carbs are something that are slow and subtle, and that again is a chemical, and can mentally make us almost into a depressant. So make decisions. So today I'm going to really watch the carbs and continue to eat my 3 meals a day. I drink lots of water, green tea, and that's what I'm going to do for 30 days that I want to work on. That it's not perfect. It's I'm about, from 1 to 10, I'm about a 7, and I want to work up to a 10. And I just feel better. I watch how my husband is, and he's just so healthy and strong. And he said he's 80 years old. Your body will do whatever you tell it to do, whatever you train it to do. Our bodies are like our minds. Whatever we train it to do, it will do. So if we do nothing, it's going to fall apart and rot. But if we do something, we could stay alive and well until we pass. And to me, that's a beautiful thing. I don't have a number on my death, but I want to feel good while I'm here. Okay, work on one thing at a time. Eventually it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss the loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. I will take charge of my life today and realize I am in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bail out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anyone to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I am willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day you don't want to do to have a successful day. Trust the process. We can all heal together one day at a time. This is a decision from our head to our heart. Remember, if you want to reach me, you can reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number. If you want to order books or buy them as gifts, buy them in bulk, 10, 20, 30, whatever you choose to do, leave your number. I will teach you how to do it. If you want to learn about my services, lifeinharmonyonline.com. Again, email me, leave your number, and I could talk to you about my services. Remember, I'm doing the podcast Monday through Friday to help us all have the best day ever. Can you please share this with everybody you love and respect? We can all use this. We all need this. We can all heal together and send it out to them. And remember, tell them to start with the introduction, podcast number 1, number 2, number 3. And that's how you have to put it in. And if they hit subscribe, the new podcasts that come up will go straight to their phones. And remember, I want you to have an unthinkable day today, and thank you for listening.